Steve, been a while since we caught up. How is the work going here at Castleford, and are we moving in the right direction?
Oh, I believe so. I think obviously bringing Daryl in and having Danny as his assistant it's been great for us. But also in the last few days, I've announced three more board of directors, and we've got one to announce next week. And things are really looking positive. The place is buzzing again. The fans are coming back in numbers, and it's good.
So lots of positive things going on. Tell us about the future direction of the club. Where you see yourselves in 6, 8, 12 months time.
6 to 8, 12 months time. Obviously competing at the highest level of Super League. I think we've got a lot of good young players coming through. Jack Fulton obviously is backing us to Hill. I'm hoping in 12 months time this club's self-sufficient. That's my aim. And that's the board of directors' aim and the commercial manager's aim as well. So that's what we're looking for, and I think it's achievable.
And you seem to really have got the supporters back on side. I think you broke the record for travelling support to Catalan. Ticket sales for Magic Weekend going very well. Seem to be really backing you and putting their money into this club.
Our fans are fantastic, always have been. Even when we were in Championship, they turned out in numbers, and how many went to Catalan as well, a testament of this club's support. And we've sold out all the tickets for Magic Weekend, which is fantastic, and we're hoping for a good win there. So yeah, it's there's people want to knock us, people having digs at us. We have been through a tough time, and we've come out through the other end. All clubs do that, and I do believe that if this club had gone into administration, it might not have come out. Unfortunately for some clubs, they've been through it, they've come out other end, and now they're probably thriving slightly better because they've no debts to play. As a club, I think with responsibility, not only to the public, but also to the people that use us as well, that we pay our debts, and if it means us moving forward at a slower rate, so be it. But there's an ethical and a moral that we have to do, and it's to pay our debts, and we do that as a club. And so I want people to come to say, well, Castleford Tigers pay the debts. They don't wipe them clean, they stand on their own 2 feet, and they pay the debts. That's what we are as a club.
And I guess when you're working hard and and really trying to push this club forward, reports like the one we saw on Boots and All, comments like the ones we saw from Paul Cullen on Boots and All, really don't help. They don't help the club in it, in its quest to get back up there and compete at the top level.
No, it's disappointing really, and I find sometimes that people need to probably do their homework before they start criticising us, and if they do their homework, they'll find out that we're doing a lot of great things at this club, and not just making knee-jerk suggestions and reactions to probably get themselves further their own career.
And how did that make you feel when obviously you've invested a lot of personal time and your affinity with this club? How does it make you feel when you hear stuff like that?
Oh, it makes me more determined. It makes me more determined every day to prove everybody wrong about this club. So the harder the kickers, the more determined we are to come back. And I think that's a real testament to Castleford people. And so I'm proud to lead them. I'm proud to lead this club. And I've got a good board of directors now. I've got a great chairman. I've got a great coach, and I've got a great set of players. And I've got best fans in Super League.
And a big game at the weekend, it probably doesn't need any building up, but how big a game is it for the club? We've seen the results perhaps haven't gone Castleford's way, but the performances have been pretty good in parts. So important that you maybe go to Magic Weekend and get that result.
Yeah, I think it is. I think there's a lot of emphasis put on Magic Weekend. It's like a mini Wembley in a way, especially for bragging rights with fans. For me personally, it's even more because my son-in-law is a big Wakefield fan. And so we'll be texting each other and having banter. So at a moment in time he's got bragging rights. They beat us down here, so I'd like to give him a bit back. So I'm banking on Dad and lads to do business for me, so I can have a few good weeks giving him some stick back.
From your point of view, how has Daryl settled into this role? Obviously he gets his first taste as head coach of the Castleford derby this weekend. Yeah,
I think I've said before, we haven't really caught up too much. Both him and Danny's been working the socks off, and I've been working the socks off with Margaret and our commercial director, in putting things into place. But we haven't really caught up. We're going to catch up this afternoon and have a good chat and see where we are. But Dad'll settle in well. I spoke to a lot of players, and they feel there's been a real weight lifted off the shoulders, and he's fetching a new breath of fresh air to the club. So I'm really pleased with the feedback I've had of him.
Probably not the greatest greatest leaps in terms of improving the club, driving the club forward. But can you feel since your time in the role that you're certainly taking little steps towards where you want to be?
Yeah, I think we took 2 big steps really, and I wish sometimes it'd slow down because everything seems like a roller coaster at times, and we do some good things, and then people will knock us for little bits of things that it's beyond our control. But yeah, I think we're going in the right direction. Mr. Fulton thinks we're going in the right direction, and I wish we could have done this 5 or 6 years back.